Good evening, everybody. We are back to try to play through the finale of the first chapter, Peru in Masks of Nyarlathotep. I am Andrew. I am the Keeper of Arcane Lore for this game. We're missing Bry for this week, but we have James. Would you mind giving us a little intro of your character?
I am the nerd, the medic, kind of the person who takes care of everybody else if it either comes to questions of history or if it comes to, hey, I got bit by a monster. Could you go and just patch me up, please?
That's a good intro. And Victor.
I'm playing Victor. He is marked by a god, alleged god. You don't just believe things that you see in your head or hear in your head. And you okay, Joey?
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
You're not my god. Yeah. I also murder things.
And Connor.
Hold on. I don't murder Connor though.
Hello. I'm playing Connor. If it's got an engine, I can drive it, and I'm typically the muscle of this group.
We left off last time we played in a fairly exciting scene where Victor decided it was time to confront Larkin and pushed him to the point of revealing, well, not necessarily Larkin, pushed whatever is living inside of Larkin's head to the point of revealing itself. And calling De Mendoza out of the shadows where he has been stalking you for some time. We are going to pick up, assuming that everybody has chosen to flee into the night and try to make it up towards the pyramid. We're going to be starting out with a chase scene. But very quick, before we do that, I would like you to tell me what each of you grabbed from your campsite before you booked it. Because you're trying to make your way up to the pyramid and try to address the whole situation. You're probably not going to have a chance to go back to your camp and get any more gear before you do that.
Probably grabbed water, my pistol, a revolver, if I remember correctly, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. And any notes that we had about it.
Okay, so you grabbed the I'm going to say you grabbed the tome, the Last Confessions, as well as the notes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grabbed your canteen, your gun. That's pretty good. Victor?
I grabbed my shotgun. I'm already holding a very important object.
So you've got the gold bar in one hand, you've got the shotgun in the other. I should suggest at this point it is nighttime. So if anybody wants to grab a source of light.
Oh shit.
Be a bad idea.
Yeah. I was like,
I didn't think about that. I was just mainly focused on, I should probably grab all the, grab something to defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
Something to, in case if we don't get out quick enough, something to actually quench some of the thirst. And then, and just make sure I have the notes.
So we're talking. We have kerosene lamps or and the such.
Yeah, you can have kerosene lamp, electric torch, or you could just grab a log out of the fire and use it as a torch.
I was actually legitimately thinking of grabbing a log and just, Olympian run through the forest with one. So, I think that would be more fun
Okay.
than have a possible explosion, or rather, a potential explosion in my hand at all times.
Very fair.
Victor, would you like to sling your shotgun into a sling and grab a source of light, or do you want to go with gun in one hand and bar in the other?
So, like, last week, I know I said I packed a little bit, I'm pretty sure I said I packed a little bit of food in, like, a backpack when we left.
Probably. I have no problem with that.
Because, like, I didn't really trust the man. But, I will, I'll put the rod in a bag full of food, just in case, we somehow survive. And then, have both my hands on my shotgun. I don't need to see where I'm shooting. I just have to be close enough.
Okay. And James, do you want to try to grab some source of light, or are you gonna run blindly too?
I'll grab a source of light.
What do you grab, man?
I think I'm gonna also go with Connor here and pick up
Just grab a log.
or a nice branch or whatever that can be used as a torch.
Here's a really neat thing. I've added. I've got a module on here that lets us have sources of light like that.
Joey.
Sweet.
Joey. Okay.
He's back.
Thank you. I didn't hear the thing pop up again.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I think I'm back. Sorry about that.
I will have Professor Sanchez, Mr. Hammer, and Birdie all grab flashlights. So the way chases work, first thing you do, I have already rolled for the NPCs. You each get to make a Constitution roll.
Constitution, you say?
Con. And that is how we. That is going to be how we adjust your movement rate. Con roll. That's correct.
There we go.
Let's go.
Victor. Excellent, James.
Don't fuck it up now, Joey.
Come on.
Yeah. Say something.
Yay! I'm helping.
Well, that is not the way I expected it to go. Okay, so
I grabbed the log at the wrong end.
Burnt a little bit of your fingers.
I mean, you failed, but you didn't critical fail.
I mean, if I was gonna critical
That's pretty
fail, I was
close.
gonna spend points to get rid of that critical fail. Wait, you cannot spend luck to avoid a critical fail. If I remember correctly about the system.
you can, but it costs more.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, you don't just spend a point and you've avoided it. You have to spend a certain number of points to avoid a critical.
Okay. That's interesting.
Okay, just a second. I gotta stand Piddles up while she's barking.
Yeah. Fluffy, this is why we don't talk. You jinx me every time.
Listen, we already knew it was gonna happen. We had
Shut up.
6 and then 9, and it is either going to work out or it wasn't, and it just didn't work out on this time.
I was hoping for a 42. I was really hoping for a 42.
So, we go in dexterity order, just like in combat.
So I have 140.
Base dexterity or roll dexterity?
It's just base dexterity, so it's already set
Okay.
there. But your move rate is going to translate into how many movement actions you get on your turn. So the base is going to be 7, which is Sanchez. He did not roll well.
Yeah,
He only
since my
gets-
move is 9.
He gets 1 action on his turn. Anybody who is now an 8, which is going to be Connor and Birdie, gets 2 actions. Then James and Victor each get 3 actions on their turn.
All right.
You can use your actions to move from one number to the next number. So if you're moving, you can go from 3 to 4. Then you can spend another one, go from 4 to 5. However many you have, you can spend them all that way. You could also spend it to make an attack. Try to change the terrain a little bit, because there are also going to be hazards that you're going to be facing as you move along. So, for example, somebody could try to hang back a little bit, even though you have more movement actions, and try to save the people at the back from the monsters that are pursuing you. Or you could forge on ahead and try to deal with some of the hazards and make it a little safer for the people that are following you.
Okay.
And hopefully, if I'm doing this right, that'll make it a little more exciting. Let's get that music going. Man, it's not very exciting for Mr. Hammer to go first, so we're just going to skip him on this turn. I'll have him.
He has a higher.
He has a higher dex than all of us. That's great.
My dex is 90.
Look, he's good at 2 things in the entire world.
You know what? Okay.
He probably has a background where he's given a 95 automatically, like my intelligence.
So, Victor, we're going to have you act first.
Alright.
You are already running through the jungle. You see the path ahead of you. You're thinking about the path you took up today. You're not sure you're going to be following the same path in the dark, but you're trying to get up to that pyramid. And you can hear both De Mendoza off in the distance clanking along, and apparently he's put on some old metal armor. But you also hear the noises coming from the forest of other Karasiri coming to pursue you.
Can I shoot at Dame Mendoza? Or can I shoot at the people behind us? Like,
So, you can. If you
Hold on.
choose to stop and shoot, like you can spend a movement action to stand and shoot without a penalty, or you can spend a movement action, run, and fire at them with a penalty die.
I'll stop and shoot, and then I
Okay.
can move forward one, right?
Yeah, you have 3 actions.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and aim at De Mendoza and shoot at him.
Where is he?
He's behind you.
He's back at 1.
The pursuers start at 1. Petals, you really gotta be quiet tonight, honey. That's being very rude.
Am I doing this right? Oh, I need ammo apparently.
Okay, go ahead and put the bullet in there, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, bullets fired. Shots fired. Single shot.
Yep. You got a regular success. You can roll your damage.
10!
10 is quite a bit. Yeah, so you see your bullet strike him full in the chest. It pierces, not your bullet, your shot strike him full in the chest. It pierces the metal armor on his chest. You can see him fall back against a tree, but then he recovers and starts coming after you again.
I'm gonna move forward one.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I come across any difficulty?
Not this time. You're coming around a curve. You do see ahead of you kind of mud. It gets real slippery coming around this turn here.
Does it rise up? Sorry. Like, is it an incline?
Little bit.
You know what? I'll move up too. I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're kind of running blind at this point. So if you're going to power through the mud, I think. What's athletics in this system?
Dexterity? Climb.
Why are your skills not in order? We could go with jump. Or, yeah, dexterity could probably help you to stay standing as you try to force your way through the mud around this corner.
I might have built some, built around this whole chase sequence, honestly.
Okay, no problem. You remain standing and you make it to the next location. You're drawing ahead of the pack. And that is, I believe, your 3 actions, correct?
Correct.
Alright. Connor.
How's the guy doing behind us, Mendoza?
The Mendoza, he has clearly been injured, but he is conscious and still intending to come after you.
Connor thinks about it really hard and realizes that he's the only light source and starts sprinting.
Well, there are other light sources.
No, there's a couple other light sources.
Okay.
3 people I'm controlling all
torch.
grabbed light, and James grabbed a light. It's just Victor running ahead into the darkness.
Yeah, I'm gonna go be his personal light source. He's a much better shot than me.
Alright. So you have 2 actions.
Yep. Yeah, I'll catch up with Victor.
Alright.
With him.
So you're going to go through the same situation, no problem going to 4, but when you're trying to get to 5, you are faced with a mud pit. So you can either try to jump over it, you can try to fight your way through it with dexterity, would not fall down. If you have something else to suggest, something creative, you can make an attempt at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with dexterity.
Okay.
That's the smarter choice. Are you kidding me?
Okay. So, you find yourself slipping. You slide around the corner, jamming your side into the rock wall. You're going to take 1 point of damage. And, oh, you're going to lose 3 movement actions as you fight your way back to your feet. So you are slipping, covered in mud. You make it to 5, but you are struggling to regain your balance and stand back up. You can react if you want to, or we can move on to James.
It's just a bunch of muffled Irish cussing in the distance.
James.
You said I have 3, right?
You have 3. I'm gonna have Mr. Hammer coming last, and he's gonna try to help anybody who's falling behind.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing that Victor did, and I'm gonna actually go and take a shot with my revolver. How does that work again?
So, you right-click, or you hover over him and hit T, or you right-click on him and choose the target. And then on your character sheet, you go to the Combat tab.
Oh wait, I pressed the wrong thing. My
There it
apologies.
Okay.
Press
And choose
this.
your 45 revolver. That's right. Okay, I'm going to go
There
ahead
you
and
go.
reload it for you.
Alright.
Try pressing it one more time. There you go.
There we go.
And yeah, I'm not going to... We're just starting out here. I'm not going to give you... You're stopping, so I'm not giving you any negative dice here. Just go ahead and roll it. Okay. Your shot goes wild, but it doesn't have any other negative effect. You don't jam your gun or anything.
Alright.
So you can choose whether you want to stand your ground and take another shot, or if you want to try running.
No, I just wanted to try and take one shot, stall him a bit, and then continue running, but I missed. Might as well continue running, trying to catch up with the rest.
Yeah, it's not going to be your only opportunity. Alright, so coming up on the mud pit. You want to try anything clever, or are you going to just try to keep your balance running through it like everybody else?
How big is this mud pit? Is it just covering like the entire way up to...
Yeah, there's no way to avoid it, unless possibly jumping over it or something.
I'm gonna try powering my way through it like the other two did.
You have to be quiet. Come on. Alright, yeah, no problem. You round the corner, you keep your balance, and you make it up to your allies.
Sweet.
This point is going to be De Mendoza. He is going to spend 2 movement points to catch up. And he'll make an attack. I'm going to have him attack... Sanchez is the slowest. He's probably going to be at the back of the pack. We'll have him attack that guy. Oof. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, your friend Professor Sanchez takes a heavy cavalry saber to the back. You hear him scream out in pain, and then he collapses to the ground. There is very little doubt about his fate. And Birdie is brave, and she cares about people, but she is not a fool. So I'm going to have her just run. Making the same corner. Birdie takes the corner nimbly. Yeah, Professor Sanchez is dead. He can just be removed here. And I'm going to have Mr. Hammer come up last. Okay, no problem. He makes it through the mud. I'm also going to have him spend a movement action to grab you by the arm, Connor, and jerk you to your feet. So you will lose one movement point on your next turn, but not all of them.
Is it only hearing other Karasiri right now, or is he's the only one we see?
Now you hear them, but you do not see any others.
I guess it's time to make myself a big threat.
So I have made actions for them that you can't see, and we're back to the top of the order. I'm going to continue having Jackson go last, or Hammer go last.
Fluffy, I'm gonna say something that you're gonna disagree with, but you're the most important person here, seeing as you have the shiny thing that we need. Don't get yourself killed.
I won't. Is it my turn? Right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna pump 2 rounds into this man.
It is probably... He's probably a little too far away at this point for your shotgun to have an effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, then I will move forward one.
Alright, you are going to find, as you're moving forward, that the mud gets worse and worse, and at this point it is quicksand. So you find as you're running, you feel your feet just kind of sink down to the knees suddenly, and you've got just a moment to react.
Can I shoot a tree down?
That sounds creative to me.
Alright.
Yeah, you wanna... We can have a small sapling nearby that you can try to blast apart and...
yeah. Use it as a bridge.
Yeah, you can spend a movement action to do that. And fire your gun, and it will make it so other people have options other than getting caught in quicksand.
I think I'm still targeting De Mendoza. But I should be able to just roll...
If you right click on... Yeah, you took it off. Cool.
Oh, it's still on him.
That's alright. Just make a success and I won't have him do anything and we won't apply damage to him.
I'll spend 6 luck.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you aim into a nearby sapling, thinking quicker than anyone falling into quicksand ever has before. And it collapses. Yes.
Were we supposed to roll luck?
We'll do that after the chase, how about?
Alright.
Since we started without my remembering it, but thank you for reminding me.
No worries.
So you're saying is, so what you're saying is, it would be beneficial for me to spend at least 10.
Yes, Ben, we're in the finale here.
I know. I haven't spent a single point.
You should spend some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
You shot down a tree, used it to clamber your way out of the quicksand, and you moved ahead, so you still have one movement action left.
I'll move one.
Gonna move one more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't see anyone.
Oh yeah, we can't see you.
Yeah, you find that, luckily, the path to here is clear. Connor. You have been jerked up to your feet. You're going to still have one action this turn.
Connor can't see anybody behind him is scanning. So, if not, he's gonna move forward.
Yeah, De Mendoza is a little bit lost. He paused to kill that guy, and
Yeah. Poor Sanchez. He was a good guy. But,
Yeah. I was not expecting one sword blow to do it, but
Oh,
we are.
yeah.
that was one hell of a hit. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm moving to 6.
Kind of wish I was kind of hoping that he'd still be with us. Kind of sad that he's dead now.
Yeah, he'd be a good mentor.
Not
So-
just that, he would have been perfect for like someone that talks about just nerd stuff with history.
goodness.
So you only moved forward 1.
Yeah, I can only move forward 1 right now because I fell
Yeah.
in the mud.
I'm gonna say though that your tree is going to make it so everybody else can just move through that space without having to roll. I feel like that's a good use of your points.
Yeah, if Hammer didn't help me,
Yeah.
I would have had to move back a space. I would have owed the game a turn.
Okay, James.
So you said Mendoza is kind of lost?
Yeah, you can't see him at the
Oh,
moment.
he's
Okay.
yeah.
Then
These are not.
I'm gonna
the
try and catch.
distances- Yeah, the distances on screen are not real distances. You're moving a great deal of distance each time here.
Yeah. Then I'm going to try and catch back up to Victor, so he has at least, so we can 1 see him, and 2 because I know he doesn't have any source of light.
That's very clever. So that will take 2 of your 3 movement points to get up to him. And you've still got 1 remaining. Looking ahead of
guess,
yourself, you see that there is a small ravine. The ground just drops away, and the most obvious course of action is to try to jump over it, or you can look for other more creative activities.
How big was this ravine, you'd say?
I would say 7 to 10 feet across. Falling down it, you can take a quick glance down with your torch, and you can see falling down it would hurt but would not kill you. It would just mainly be slowing you down.
Alright. I'm just trying to think. Say I was to jump or try and jump over it. What would I use?
You would use jump. There's actually a skill called jump in this game.
A skill called jump? I'm not seeing it. I have climb.
Yeah, it's right above languages. So you have it at the base.
Oh, never mind. I do see it. Okay.
Yeah, you have the base level of 20. So you have 1 movement point. You can either spend it to move that extra space and try to jump the ravine, or you can spend it to try to make things easier to get across the ravine somehow. You could try looking for vines to swing across.
I was about to say, is there any like vines since this is a jungle, or like a log that I could probably roll over there, or a big enough rock that I could probably try and slowly push over there with the help of maybe Victor?
Yeah, if you want to spend a movement point on it, then yeah, you can. Whichever one of those you prefer, you can do. Do you have a
Kind of like the
preference?
idea of. I like the idea of the vines. I'm not gonna
Cool.
lie.
All right, so you run over, you take a moment, you scan the area, you see some heavy vines hanging down. You rush over, and it takes you a moment because you didn't bring a machete, but you jerk and you get one of them to break loose at the bottom. And you are ready on your next turn to make that swing across.
All right.
Alright, De Mendoza is going to catch up to our friend. Well, he's going to have to make a roll too. Okay, no problem. De Mendoza comes pounding through the mud. He comes up behind Hammer this time. Yeah, Hammer's going to duck nimbly under the sword blow. And that is De Mendoza's turn. He's going to be swearing in an outdated form of Spanish.
Good thing no one knows what Spanish is. Or how to speak it, sorry.
Well, Hammer will blush.
Spanish, really.
Fair.
Birdie is going to continue just running. She'll catch up and say, Connor, you better survive this.
He just gives a quiet, nod. He's hunched over with his hands on his knees.
And then, yeah, Hammer will catch up. Seeing what you've chosen to do, James, he'll spend his last point and get another vine ready so that more people can swing across at the same time.
All right.
Good thinking, kid. And I'm doing things with other Karasiri. Let's find out what they can do. Okay.
Oh!
Connor, you are going to realize that one of them is coming up right behind you and is going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
So it comes leaping out of the trees. Mouth first. Come on, let me roll this. Fiddles. Fiddles. Hush. Hush, hush. Oh, that's why. Yeah, it...
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so it leaps at you. It's got its arms spread wide. It's trying to tackle you to the ground. How do you react?
I am going to attempt to dodge.
Good call. Because it rolled a pretty good success.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'll let you know it rolled an extreme success.
Yeah.
So you can either choose to spend 16 points of luck and dodge it, or you can be grabbed.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that lot.
Cool.
How do I do this?
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so it comes leaping out of the darkness from the tree lines at you, and you manage to just barely duck under it, and it hits the ground, rolls, and snarls at you. You realize that this is one of the more feral ones. This is not one of the This is not a recent convert.
He's kind of like, he kind of like whacks it away with like the torch, and he's like, you know, waving the torch in front of him in a way to keep it from jumping him again.
You're doing like Aragorn,
back.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Victor,
Yes.
you do hear that. This is not as far behind you. You hear a snarl, and you look back, and you see Connor keeping one of these Karasiri off of himself with a torch. You also see both James and Hammer standing here with vines, ready for somebody to grab and swing across.
I'm gonna pump this one full of lead.
Okay. That's pretty good success.
The 17 damage to it?
Yeah, so you are keeping this thing off of yourself with a torch, and then all of a sudden its head explodes.
For a
Try to see where I'm
split
shooting.
For a split second, Victor, you see Connor look at the torch confused, and then then realizes what actually happened. Oh my gosh.
Before Connor can make any protest, I'll take one of the vines.
Okay. Yeah, you can grab the one out of Hammer's hand and go swinging across. You still have one action left. I will remind you, your shotgun is no longer loaded. So you can decide whether to press on to the Dark Knight, stand here, reload your shotgun, or do something else.
I'll reload.
Okay. Go ahead and you can reload both chambers there.
I have a 12 gauge though. I have 6. It's fine. I've reloaded.
No, it's a double barrel.
Oh, it is a pump, isn't it? Why did I think it was a single?
Because I wanted to.
You kept talking about wanting a double barrel.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
no.
You got a pump, and you got a
Double
freaking
barrel.
trench gun.
Okay,
That's what
yeah. If it holds 6, you only fired 2, so you don't have to
you
make that
got 4
decision
left.
here.
Never mind. Yeah.
I was misremembering.
Okay. Well, then I'll move forward 1.
All right. You
I remembered
stumble.
that as a
You stumble through the darkness. Luckily, there is no further hazard to this point. Connor. Yeah, you know De Mendoza is not far behind. You know there are more Karasiri around. What are your actions, buddy?
I'm going to take a shot.
What?
If I can see him.
It would be... I would say you can, but it's going to be extreme range here.
Darn. Then I'm going to wait at the other side of the rope for that shot.
Smart. Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. Thanks to James's clever idea, you can just run up, you can grab the rope as it swings back from Victor. Grab the vine, I mean. And you can swing across and be a short distance behind Victor.
Okay, that would be 1, 2.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
James, at last your moment has come. The idea that everybody else is stealing from you.
Hey, the more I can help, the better. If they have to take my idea just to help make sure that they live, I'm fine with that.
That's a good attitude.
Now, I'm going to, if there's nothing else behind us, but knowing that there is still danger behind us, I'm going to just swing across.
Okay. And you still have 2 actions remaining.
Yes. Move up next to Victor, and is there anything between 9 and 10?
Catching
Like
up to
hazard-wise?
Victor, no problem, but now looking ahead of yourself, you see... Okay, there's a whole bunch of vines hanging down across the only path here, and they clearly have thorns.
Mm. And we don't have anything to cut them.
Sorry, I don't know why she's being so ornery tonight.
You're fine.
Because you're talking.
That might be it. So, did you have any clever idea about the vines while I was gone?
I was asking, I'm taking it we don't have anything to cut it with.
Yeah, I don't think you grabbed a machete. You do have a torch in your hand, so you could try to whack him down with that, but it might do damage to the torch.
Yeah, that's kind of my concern. And I don't really want to try and burn the,
Yeah, if
I don't want to start a forest fire.
These are alive
Also,
too.
it's living, so
yeah.
it's a lot harder to burn.
You can also just force your way through. So you could roll a dodge and try to just get through without getting stung.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Okay. So, you are running into these stinking vines. You find that you're not dodging as successfully as you might like to. Do you want to spend the luck points to make that a success?
How much luck do I need to spend on it?
It would be 13.
You know what? That's fine.
Cool.
How do I... There it is.
Yeah, so you duck and weave around the vines, you protect everything you're carrying, you make it through to the other side, no problem. And you can call back to warn Victor if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just... Victor! Be careful of the vine, or... Be careful of the thorns!
The what?
The thorny vines! Be careful of them!
I got you.
Connor, you can see pounding up behind Hammer and Birdie. Mr. De Mendoza again.
I will call out to them and point behind them that he's coming.
You call out just in the nick of time, and Hammer is able to duck out of the way of his blow. He has seen up close and personal what that blade can do, and he's extremely cautious of it. So, as the vine swings back from you, Connor, Birdie is going to grab it and swing across. And she'll catch up to Victor. Hammer's gonna swing across. And then he's gonna hold on to those vines. And he's just... Connor, you go ahead. I'm gonna catch up, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to tie these to a tree here so he can't get across as easily.
Connor has an idea. Why not solve the problem with fire? Like all problems should be solved with.
Well, remember, it's still possible to jump across the ravine. It's not that wide.
Yeah.
So, you do
I'm
what
just saying, like, I'm just saying, quickly burn them while I shoot.
You do what you feel is right. I'm just reminding you he
Yeah.
can still jump across and get you. Victor.
Oh.
Just ahead of you, you saw James duck and weave through some nasty-looking thorns and vines. Not far behind you, you can hear Hammer and Connor yelling about De Mendoza. And Birdie has just caught up to you. We're getting close to you anyway.
So, does my trench gun have a bayonet or not? Because I'm pretty sure we brought this up before.
Why? Okay.
It was a medium knife.
There is no reason you can't have like a knife and a sheath on your side or something, man.
Yeah, but it's always on the gun.
I just... it feels really weird to me to have a bayonet on a shotgun.
You run out of ammo eventually.
That is super weird.
So yeah, I guess I will. I'll attempt to cut my way through.
Okay. So you can either do a dodge, or you can spend a movement action to make it easier.
You know what? I want to hope everyone has some good dodge. I'm just gonna dodge through it all.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dodge. All right. Yeah, you're able to make it through the. The bar almost gets caught a few times because it's honestly fairly long, but you managed to get it around the vines and emerge on the other side. You still have 2 movement actions. Ahead of you, you see... Okay, this is weird. You wouldn't be able to see this at all without James's light here. But you see the floor of the forest moving. Like, just the entire terrain moving as though it's a landslide. And takes you a moment to realize that is an enormous quantity of ants.
Which way are they going? Up or down?
Across.
Across.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll warn James about it and just like bolt on through. I don't have a torch or anything. I'm going in this blind.
All right. Let's see. What's the best thing for just running through a bunch of ants? I suppose it could be dodge again, or jump if you want to try to make it over as many of them as possible.
All right, this is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 5 shells racked right now.
Okay.
No, sorry. 2 shells racked. I'm going to basically bang on the floor, the shotgun. Stand on one and then bang on the other one to make it a lot more easier for me to dodge through this.
This is a cool enough idea that if you spend a movement action on it, you don't need to roll anything.
Okay, you know what? Yeah.
You just do this completely stupid, awesome thing you came up with. There are ant guns flying through the air. Total carnage. You have wrecked this hive.
Man prevails over beast yet again. So that was 1, 2. I guess I'll reload fully.
Well, Do you want to spend a movement action to shoot the ends, or do you want to roll and see if it works?
You know what? I'll roll.
Okay, so you're taking... Because you're moving at the same time, you're taking 1 penalty die on. But you just need to make a success.
Do I put in the penalty?
Yeah, just don't roll on the combat, roll on the skill. And it should pop up. There you go. Okay, yeah, it works. So you make it to the other side, your shotgun unloaded, and then you can take your last movement action to completely reload. Good job. Connor, you hear shotgun blasts in the road ahead. You have no idea what's happening.
Absolutely none.
Assuming that there are more coming in from the side, Connor rethinks a lot of choices that he's just made, but Mendoza's the biggest threat.
He is, and he's only standing 7 to 10 feet away right now.
Yeah. Connor's gonna shoot him.
Alright. There are 2 people standing here holding lights, so I'm not going to give you a darkness penalty. Go ahead.
Shot.
That'll work.
Range. Cool. That's bad. But
Bend 11 luck, do it.
yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I just don't know how.
Click on it. Should bring up increased success.
Oh, there it is. I just had to scroll.
Okay. Your bullet strikes him, then let's find out how much damage it does.
Not much.
Well, you are going to shoot him in the head, and you're going to see him collapse to the ground.
And Connor's going to say, underneath of his breath, okay, now I feel better. Start running.
Okay. So you can make it to spot 9. There's no hazard between you. Considering the noises that he can still hear, Hammer is going to take the moment to tie off the vines anyway, so that nobody else can try to use them. Then he'll run up, and he and Birdie will both attempt to get through the vines without being stung too badly.
Wait, hold on a minute. I didn't pay attention after Connor went. Feel like I just got I got skipped.
You did. I'm so sorry.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead, James.
Are those spots that he made, or that Victor made with the shotgun blasts, are they still kind of there, or did they already go away?
Yeah, no, there's just too many ants.
Is there anything that I can use to maybe partially catch on fire and kind of throw into the...
Well, you're holding a torch.
Well, I want to go and try and see if I can go and catch something else on fire with the torch and then throw the other thing that just caught on fire into it without getting rid of my torch.
Okay, so you want to spend an action to look around and find some old dried up wood?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. you can start a little fire, toss it out into the ants, and they'll make. There's a bit of a space around them that you can jump through.
All right.
Play hopscotch.
Sweet. Makes it a lot easier. I am gonna also warn the others after Victor just went through that. Hey, be careful. There are in these vines there are a bunch of thorns. And make my way through the ants and get to Victor.
Okay. So that's 2. You have 1 remaining.
Is there anything ahead of us that
It
I
looks
should
like-
be concerned about?
It looks like a clear path to the next spot.
Alright, then I'm just gonna run to it.
Okay. And now it'll be Birdie. I think she wouldn't mind if I spend 1 of her points of luck to get her through this without difficulty. That's Jackson. I meant to move Birdie. And then she will use the last bit of your flickering torch, your flickering fire, to jump through after you. So Birdie is caught up to you. Let's see. Hammer is going to pause, realizing that Connor's coming up. Connor's going to need a little help because he's kind of guarding the rear. And he's going to take the time to try to cut a path through the vines.
Alright.
And then pause and wait to see what sort of assistance you need when you catch up the rest of the way. Let me check something really quick. Okay. Yeah, so it does sound like the Karasiri sounds are dropping back a little farther. You're getting ahead of them. You're gaining ground. Victor.
Can I just bam, and then to the last 13? Anything happening?
Nothing yet. You make it through 2 completely clear spots in the moonlight, even.
Well, then I'll go to 14.
Okay, I need you to make a dodge roll. Okay. Good job, because as this Karasiri comes leaping out of the darkness, he's got an actual sword in his hand. And he tries to do to you the same thing that De Mendoza did to poor Sanchez earlier. But you dodge so well that when he swings it at you, he buries it deep into the trunk of a tree.
Okay.
But you dodge out of the way, he swings his sword into a tree, and then you're standing there face to face for just a moment. And Connor. You do see a path cleared through the trees ahead of you.
Yep, and I'm taking them. 1. 2.
And now there are ants.
Connor looks like he almost expected it. Like just that one next bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, as you come up, Hammer goes, some ants up ahead. I've never seen anything like it. It's like they think we're having a picnic out here in the woods.
I think they think we're the picnic.
Well, gotta admit, I don't have a whole lot of ideas about it. Everybody else made it through somehow.
Connor thinks about it for a while and shrugs and just says, "A couple hundred ant bites, way less painful than a sword." And he's just planning to sprint through it, unless I can think of something better on my next turn.
Well, this getting from 10 to 11 is where the ants are.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna sprint through it.
Okay. As they bite you, you're going to take 1 more point of damage, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And it's going to take you 1 extra action point, so you've got 1 on your next turn. Well, no, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Not the worst.
You find yourself on the other side, still kind of kicking them off your feet. They've gotten up into your pant legs. You're going to be uncomfortable the rest of the day, but there's not enough of them to really kill you or anything.
Connor's seen enough stuff to be uncomfortable for the rest of the day, regardless of what's happening. So he's good.
All right, James.
All right.
You just saw Victor book it through here, clear path in the moonlight. And then up ahead, you heard a scream and a thunk.
I'm gonna move up from 12 to 13 to hope that I can get a better view of what's going on.
And when you get here, you can see just inside the tree line there's an emaciated figure tugging at a sword that's stuck in a tree trunk. And Victor's standing beside him.
Well, seeing as everybody else is behind us and Victor is right there next to it, I'm gonna guess that that's not a friendly.
Yeah, that's a safe assumption.
And I'm going to try and take a shot at it.
All right. Hush. Really, come on.
Once again, I'm missing. Haven't gotten used to actually firing a gun.
Well, you have 1 more movement point remaining, if I'm remembering correctly. So you can try again.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try again.
That is a lot closer. You can spend your luck on it if you want.
I'm spending 4.
Okay. Yeah, that is damaging. You hit it in the upper arm, and you see it reflexively let go of the sword with that arm. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, though.
Alright.
And
Said it dropped the sword?
yeah, it's stuck in the tree branch. Or it's stuck in the tree trunk. It just let go.
Alright, at least it's disarmed, but it's still a threat.
It sure is. Let's see. Bruni is going to be able to make that last run through down to catch up to James. Hammer's gonna take your action here. He's just gonna take the damage.
Oh no, is it my turn?
Ooh, max damage.
That's 3 out of like.
Yeah, he's.
It
Like
still
3
hurts.
out of 20.
That still hurts. For
Yeah,
a
it
hazard.
hurts. But like,
He's gonna whine about it for sure. But
It crawled up further into his pants, it seems.
yeah, and he's losing 2 movement actions, so he's actually gonna slip and fall into the ants, and you see them swarm over him for a moment, and then he jumps up to his feet and runs out.
I got ants in my pants.
I was gonna say, Connor, we gotta keep moving because that bastard Mendoza is back.
Connor's gonna turn back and say, I shot him in the head.
He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah. No, I'm not dealing with that. Puts the gun away and starts running again.
I mean, I agree with you. I think you shouldn't be doing that, but here he comes. Victor, that Karasiri let go of his sword stuck in the tree and is trying to grapple with you now.
See, this is why you put a bayonet on a shotgun.
Are you trying to convince the Karasi, or one of us?
Karasiri.
Siri. Words are hard.
Or Pishtaku.
You know what? I'm gonna fight back.
Okay. You're gonna stab him with your knife. Ooh. Yeah, he grabs you by the shoulders and you use that extra leverage to drive your knife in hard. Right into his chest cavity. You drag it downward, and when you pull it out, there is one of those wiggling maggots stuck on the end of your knife.
Okay.
Nice.
The strength goes out of this thing for a moment, but it just kind of slumps against you and continues to hold on to your shoulders. It's not restraining you.
It's still moving?
It's still alive. Well, it's still whatever these things are. It is still moving. It is still animated. And it is your turn.
So, we're grappled basically, right?
It is not able to restrict your movement. It's just, like, narratively, it's draped against you and holding onto your shoulders. But if you choose to just run, you can.
I'm gonna blow its face off.
Okay. This is point blank range. To be honest, you probably don't even need to roll this, but I know you have fun doing it, so.
Yeah, I like seeing numbers, but I can't target him. There I can.
Yeah, it's got point blank range selected. Okay. Alright, yeah. Exactly what you said. Its head disappears and its body just collapses. Well, its body sickeningly, like, grapples at your shoulders for a moment more. And then it kind of staggers backwards and slowly slumps down to the ground and stops moving.
I'm free to bolt it now, right?
Yes, you are. So, yeah, you take that moment to shoot its head off, and then you go running off onto the plateau. And at this point, to be honest, everybody, unless you choose to do something differently, we can assume that we've made it onto the plateau.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's nothing really else. Yeah.
Okay. Let me... toss all the survivors on the map. You know that you are just steps ahead of De Mendoza at this point, or at least Connor and Jackson do.
I don't see anything.
And let me turn on the lights for everybody who has them.
And a few people need to make some sanity saves.
We might do that in a moment. I'm definitely doing this more pulpy and less constant sanity saves than regular Call of Cthulhu.
You know, I'm just eager.
Okay, you want everybody to make
be crit fail a sanity check. That's what this is.
Oh, we lost someone.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And it's forcing me to go on... Okay, hold on.
Pedals. Calm down. I wonder if she's barking at me just because I give her cookies every time she does.
That'd be a reason.
It'd be a smart trick that she taught you.
So, knowing that De Mendoza is coming up right behind you, Connor, you and Hammer are probably figuring that those other Karasiri that got shot and went down, it's a good chance they're coming too.
I still have the little wiggly worm, right?
Yeah, it's dead, but it's stuck on the end of your knife unless you choose to knock it off.
I think this is what's keeping them alive, as I, like, push it off. Actually, can I roll to figure that out?
You want to do a mythos check and see how good your intuition is? Go ahead.
Can I, before I make this roll, can we roll our luck to regain luck?
Ahead. Everybody roll your luck. We'll see if you get any back.
I don't get any back, do I?
At a minimum, you get 1d10 plus 10.
How much do I get back?
If you succeed, you get 1d10 plus 10. If
I
you
failed.
fail, you get 2d10 plus 20. Connor, how in the world?
How much was it again?
2d10 plus 20.
2d10 plus 20. I gained 26, and that would be putting me back at... I lost 1 luck.
I'm amazed that Victor managed to pass that check.
Alright,
2d20, and you, or no, 2d10s, and you said plus 20?
That's right.
then I'm rolling Mythos. Of course I don't... Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
I mean, you came to a conclusion there.
55.
If you eat the worm, you might gain some of their power.
No, this is not like that. This is not you come up with a crazy idea as a result. You're fine.
I know, I'm having fun.
Alright.
Yeah, you find yourselves on the approach to the pyramid. You know that there are Karasiri behind you. You don't know if there are any ahead of you. You don't have a whole lot of time to make some decisions here. You know about the charnel pit that
Yeah,
you saw
I'm
two
gonna-
of them crawl into earlier. You
Yeah.
can decide whether you want to, well, you want to try to find an alternate way in here, or what do you want to do? Hush.
I don't think we have time for that.
Well, look at Connor. Listen, I'm sorry what we're gonna have to do, and I'm just gonna start walking.
But
I have a bag of supplies, right?
Of food
Like-
and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth the gold.
Can I put a bandana over me?
You can put something. It's very wise to put a rag around your mouth before you do this.
I don't know if anyone's following me, because I'm just gonna go straight towards that tunnel.
Oh, I'm gonna be doing the same thing that you're doing.
Petals.
And if anybody else is also following, you're just gonna hear me saying, "Ah, God, I don't want to do this, but we're gonna have to do this."
Connor?
We're going into the pit.
Joey. Okay, you can hear us. Cool. Just making sure.
yeah, trying to follow the logic. That's why I'm quiet.
Petals.
Yeah, we're going to go into the body pit.
You really want that sanity check, don't you?
We're getting it one way or another.
Yeah. Okay. No, thank you for helping me.
Yep. Alright. You
Hold on,
remember
is
earlier...
Victor?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Victor just dropping in there?
Yeah? Unless someone else has a... unless
Alright,
someone
if
else-
you're just gonna drop in there like that, I might as well just also, if nothing happens, I might just hand you my torch before also going in there.
Yeah, you remember earlier in the day, as you reached the top of the pyramid, there were more and more flies, and you smelled the stench of rotten meat. And obviously, this is the source of all of those problems. As you get close to the pit, you disturb. They've been lying down, going to sleep, but as you get close to the pit, you disturb them. This enormous swarm of flies just comes up and starts buzzing through the air again. The smell is absolutely horrendous. You use the rag over your mouth to prevent yourself from getting anything in your mouth, but it doesn't do anything for the smell. And as you force your way into this pile of dead bodies, all emaciated, some of them, lots of them, seem to have been here for many years. They're skeletal. There's very little fresh flesh left on some of them, but near the top, some of them are still juicy. As you force your way down into this pit full of bodies, I do need you to make this sanity check. So that is in the chat for everybody.
Oh.
Come here.
I rolled the same thing.
Yeah, it's hard to fail in 94 on these.
Let's see, where's Birdie's sanity? Okay, she's doing fairly well too.
Insanity is a downward spiral.
It is eventually.
I have a healthy drinking habit that can go away anytime I choose.
Healthy, huh?
Yep.
And Jackson.
Of course, it's gonna hurt him the most. Oh no!
It only has 26 sanity.
He's had a rough time.
Yeah, he's been doing very poorly on this adventure. But he managed to roll the minimum loss too. So everybody steals yourselves to what you know you have to do. And despite the discomfort, you manage to force yourselves deep, deep, deep into this pit. And near the bottom, you find that there is a hole in the wall, an entrance into a small tunnel. I'm going to put you all on the map and give you your lights one more time. This is where it gets really unfortunate. This tunnel is approximately 4 feet high. So there is at the very bottom of this pit, as you force your way down between the skeletons, there is an opening in the side into some tunnels, but it is about 4 feet in height and about 10 feet in width. So you're going to be on your hands and knees. Looking ahead, there's dust, fragments of broken stone, pieces of old skeletons all over the ground. If you move slowly, you should be able to deal with it. If you move quickly, you know you're going to be scraping up your hands and knees. The stench of decay is overpowering. Flies are everywhere. But also, looking into the tunnel, you see a glint of gold. And if you shine your lights in and stick your heads and look into the tunnel, you can see there is a line of gold inlaid into the wall, running along this tunnel. Now that's where you find yourselves.
Well, at least we know that they really did use gold. Other than just that piece. If I remember what the story or the stuff that was translated, it was used to etch some type of spell.
I mean, you don't know that bit. I do. I never really shared that.
No, that was in the diary.
I think that was in the diary.
It was?
It was in... And the story that you didn't hear from Naira talked about spells worked into gold sealing the god in this pit.
If anything was at all connected to what happened earlier, as I'm looking at Victor, there's supposed to be apparently a god that is trapped in here that we do not want to let free.
How's my hand reacting to all this? What?
It's not doing much.
Okay.
Do you want to try something in particular with your hand and see how it reacts to it, or are you just asking if anything's happening while you're crouched here?
Oh, if I touch the walls.
Well, if you touch the wall itself, nothing. But if you reach up to the gold, the inlaid gold, you get the same reaction. You get the burning.
Alright, so we have to just follow this gold until we find the missing inlay for this thing. That's what I'm getting.
Joe, you good?
Yeah, signing back in.
Cool.
Alright. I just noticed that you were gone.
I'm juggling name tags as we go along.
I don't see anything.
What's that mean?
Like, you were.
Is it just a?
It was a blue screen for me, so yeah.
Oh,
You probably have to back out or reload it. It's probably gonna force you to re-sign back in.
You can also click inside the walls at our dash night, but I don't see any light at all.
Yeah, you have to reload.
Apparently, it's also a private game. I'm not allowed in.
Yeah, you gotta resign.
Yeah, you have to it forces you to be signed out for some reason.
I don't understand that. It hasn't. It honestly hasn't done that to me.
It did that.
It happens to all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now I can see stuff.
Okay.
Hey,
I
I'm
don't
fine
even-
with it happening as long as it's not consistently always happening like too much. If it's just once in a while, it's whatever.
Yeah, I already talked about I'm going to try having less data in the game when we're playing in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
So, this is the way in?
Yeah, so you crawl on your hands and knees into this tunnel. It is stinky. There's going to be room for two of you to crawl abreast, but Victor, you don't have any light.
Hey,
So,
who's gonna follow me up?
Hammer is going to unhappily follow you.
Alright.
So say he's a flashlight where we have torches.
Yeah.
All right, there go slow if I'm gonna bring this torch with me.
So as you're crawling north, you see, well, so far, just a long, long tunnel. The gold is only on your left-hand side.
On the left-hand side?
Yeah. And up ahead, you see... Well, you see both a crossroads. You see you can turn right or left here. You also see there is actually a chimney leading up to the surface here. It would be much more difficult. This is... So I didn't describe the tunnel itself very well. You had to go down this long sloping tunnel deep into the ground here. And as you're looking up, you can see that there are vertical shafts that lead to the surface, but they are straight up and down for a long time. So,
Okay.
yeah, he says, what do you think, right or left?
Well, the gold says left.
He's gonna follow along. How about the rest of you? Are you actually following along with them?
Yeah, keeping my distance since I still have the
Connor,
the torch with me.
Connor's getting by just mentally checking out.
That's not unreasonable. So I'll pull the rest of you up as soon as there are decisions to be made. Yeah, right here you can see.
I was going to say, is that like some type of makeshift like bed?
Yeah, if you head off to the right, there appears to be. You can split up if you want to. Jackson and Victor are heading to the left. If you want to head to the right, it does look like there's some sort of bedding down that way. Some reeds on the ground.
I'd prefer not to go that way. There's most likely creatures that I don't want to deal with.
Okay.
Let's stick with the group. But I'm gonna also wait here until the other two fully get over here. Because did you say we're now going from crawl to actually getting up?
Nope.
No, we're still crawling.
All of these tunnels are like this. They're just 4 feet tall.
Alright.
Pull Connor and Birdie up. Looking off, yeah, Victor, the tunnel continues to. There is. You can go to the south, and just so you know, at the very edge of the flashlight, in this top tunnel, you can see a bundle of rags sitting against the wall. You can.
Is this where the gold is? I'm sorry. This is where the gold's leading, right?
At this point, the gold is lining both walls.
Okay. What were you about to say?
Just you can go wherever you want, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I'll push in here.
All right. Yeah, as you head south, at this point, you are brushing flies off of the ground. Just to be able to
Dead
crawl
flies?
through here. There are lots and lots of dead flies. There are also lots and lots of living flies. It's a good thing you have that rag tied over your mouth, or you would be breathing flies.
How you doing there, bud?
Very happy for you.
And as you continue south, you make this turn, and then there's a puddle in the floor. It's just... At first, it looks just completely black. And then as you get closer and the light disturbs them, the flies lift off and go through the air, and you see that this is a pool of bubbling white liquid.
Careful with those torches. I think they found some fat.
Completely rancid smell in the air.
Can I find where the leak's coming from?
Yeah, if you look forward, Hammer will hold his flashlight up for you. There is a 2-inch wide crack in the wall. The north wall, this wall. And you can see as the torchlight glints along the wall, that is clearly the center of this pit. Where that crack is clearly where the bar in your backpack came from. There's a section of gold missing. Crack runs right down the middle of it. And then it looks... You can't see the bottom of this pit of white liquid, but it was clearly... The floor was damaged here.
And so if I pull out the bar of gold, can I shove it back in?
You can't reach it from here. You're gonna have to get in that pit of liquid if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we just crawled through bodies. This is gonna be nothing, guys.
James is just gonna turn around and say, "I can't watch this."
Okay, make a spot hidden check real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Just as you're getting close and you're about to stick your feet in there. Okay.
Nothing. It's nothing.
So you stick your feet into the fat. Well, you don't stick your feet in because you're on your hands and knees. So how are you doing this exactly?
I guess I'm gonna go like hands first.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you start putting your hands in and feeling down in there. Here's a strange thing. The hand that has that symbol on it.
Okay.
It feels cool and soothing. It feels like you've just rubbed lotion into your hand, moisturized it, taken really good care of it. Your other hand feels sickly. Like, not like magically sickly, but just this is a viscous, rancid fluid running all between your fingers. And you find that it's pretty deep. You might, in fact, be able to stand in this if you clamber around and get your feet in first.
You said I might be able to stand into it?
You might be able to stand up if you put your feet down into this pit.
I don't like how you say that, so I'm just gonna pull out my shotgun real quick and, like, you know, stab at the how deep it goes. I'll poke around in case there's anything else there.
You stick your whole shotgun in?
I mean, like, so like the bayonet blade again is like that.
You don't have a bayonet on your shotgun. You keep saying that, but you don't.
So you pulling out your knife?
Yeah, I'll pull out my long ass knife. That's basically a short sword and just
Okay.
poke around in it.
It sinks the whole way in. If you lean forward and you like put your whole arm down there, eventually, yeah, the sword, you can feel it touching the bottom. So you're not going to sink forever or anything. But you are up to your shoulder in this rancid liquid now. Everybody else is pulled up close enough. You can see what he's doing. You are free to offer suggestions or comments if you want to.
I turned I'm not looking anymore. I turned around.
If you have judgments to make too, like.
I am now just looking back the way we just came to make sure that nobody else is following us now.
Right. I'm getting in now. I'm like, after I like stabbed around a bit just to make sure that, you know, I'm not gonna get Wilhelmed. I think that's a good term. I'll step in. I mean, didn't he get dragged underwater or something?
Yeah, the original Wilhelm scream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a very obscure moment. We only remember it for the sound.
You got eaten by a crocodile. But yeah, no, I'm getting in. I'm getting in. Like, full stop.
Okay.
I'm leaving the bar out before, as I'm getting in. I'm not gonna take it with me just yet.
Okay. You are going to feel, as your feet enter, as you stand in it, you walk to the center, you do feel things wiggling around your legs.
When I grab the bar and just put it in this thing, how does it react?
Okay, so you in your left hand you take the bar, you stick it down into the liquid. Nothing happens to the liquid itself, but the wiggling things move away from your feet.
That's a good sign.
Where is the breach for this rod? Is it towards the center?
Towards the center, yeah.
Did anyone bring any duct tape?
Well, looking at this, and in fact, Connor can tell you that You're looking more at joining metal back together. So he doesn't have magical knowledge, but you could hammer it and make a sort of seam. It would be better if you could solder it, obviously, but you don't really have soldering tools down here.
And soldering underneath a vat of unidentifiable liquid.
Well, this would be above.
In the dark.
So the gold is not inside the fat. But
what happens? What happens if I just like join them together?
Okay, you pull it back out of the liquid and you try to shove it into the slot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You feel two things try to bite your feet, and okay, you feel these things wiggling around. You feel chomping at your boots. They don't get through.
Do I roll anything?
Not at the moment. But you know that this is going to continue happening, that there is something in the liquid trying to bite you.
I'm gonna ignore it for right now.
Okay.
What happens if I...
Do you, like, say anything, or do you just, like...
I'm making a face because I'm trying to ignore it. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
You said something along the lines of just hammering the metal in and getting it over with, basically.
That would probably be the simplest solution here, because when you try to put it in, like, you hold it up, and the center fits, but both ends are kind of damaged, where they were twisted and pulled to get it to break away from the other gold. So you're gonna have to force it in there somehow.
What do I have for this?
Spontaneous spellcasting, out of curiosity.
What spell do you want to cast?
Is there... I don't know anything about the spells, because
You want, like...
haven't looked.
There's no, like, mending cantrip or something like that.
Okay, then. That answers the question.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to just start bashing on it with some brawl.
Are you
using
joining
the
him?
butt of my knife. Yeah.
You're
I'm gonna join him in the... Yeah.
Oh, you know, as I'm holding on, like, oh hey, there's like little things in here.
You like ward me right as I step in, and I just look at you.
It's fine. I think we're fine.
I think at this point it's going to be appropriate for both of you to make another sanity check, because like, people watching not so much, but this is really disturbing.
All I'm doing is listening.
Yeah, this is very uncomfortable.
I rolled a 19
and 35. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so we're gonna have you each take one, because this is upsetting, but you both keep it together.
Honestly, like, there's no way that Connor would be leaving here any better sanity-wise, because he showed up here in perfect condition. Like, he has to take something, otherwise I'm not playing the game right.
Okay. No! Then there's going to be one more thing. Yeah.
So I don't think either of us have like metal working, but can we try to... I know gold is a soft metal. Can we melt it back into place?
The only repair skill that I have is mechanical repair. I got brawl. I have locksmith. Like, there's a bunch of things that kind of apply.
Yeah, if you, depending on the tools you're using, mechanical repair could work here.
Yeah, but I don't have a wrench on me or anything like that. I have a butt of a knife.
That's fine.
On me. Yeah.
Like, we're not going to be working with a torch here because of the metal, or because of the fat.
Yeah.
But
okay, I'll argue mechanical repair because that's actually thematic for my character.
So yeah, you go ahead and make a mechanical repair roll. James, watching down the tunnel, you are going to hear. You're going to hear somebody trying to be stealthy. Coming up behind you.
You spent shit.
I'm gonna warn.
Spent.
I'm gonna warn Birdie and say we have movement behind us.
Okay, she's going to turn around. She's going to pull out her little pistol and hold her flashlight up and say, "Pretend we don't know they're there. Just have a normal conversation. Let them try to ambush us."
I'm also just gonna load in or as quietly as I can, 3 more rounds to my revolver.
Okay. Connor, you managed to pound one of those. You managed to jam one end of it in, and you pound it with your knife, and you managed to force it back together. Whether it's enough, who knows? But there's still another end here. And while you're doing it, you feel, it's not happened yet, but they are biting at your feet, and eventually they're going to get through your boots.
While I'm holding it, can I try to stomp on these things?
Okay. When this one, when it attacks you again, you can make an attack roll against it. You can fight back.
So how do I add bullets?
Oh.
It's okay. Go ahead.
That's gonna...
Yeah,
I feel like that's wrong, because that's with my large knife.
I don't care.
Okay. I got one hand up there now, and I'm just...
It's literally just a D2. It's literally just the +2 is the difference.
It's honestly enough. You stab and stab down into the fluid, and you manage to spear another one of those horrible maggots onto your knife, and you draw it out, and it is dripping with fat. It is. The other ones hadn't been well fed. That's what you're realizing right now.
Is this...
So we still have one end of these things to fix, and there's actually, as you, where is it? As you pound the one end in, you feel the pyramid shake. There is a horrible noise from deep within, right through this crack. You feel something causing the earth to quake around you. And James, those Karasiri that are sneaking up behind you, you hear them suddenly start moving fast.
Connor, you gotta go a bit faster, buddy.
If it's alright, I'm gonna just take one of the other side of the, more of the wall and just aim down.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Connor, go ahead and make your mechanical repair roll to try to get the other end in.
Yep. Come on. 50 flat.
Okay. You pound and you pound and you pound, and it's back together. It is mangled. It is twisted around and writhing on itself. But the gold line is complete again.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Where is it? Okay. Victor! You feel your hand tingling. You feel a sort of anger. You feel like your connection to this god has been damaged but not completely broken. And you think that the spell may need repaired as well. And you know there's nobody else in the tunnel who can do it.
I don't know the spell, but I'm gonna be trying this.
So
Hey, guys, go ahead.
I'm going to give you a little bit of instinct here. It is going to hurt, but you feel like if you put that infected hand up against the gold, you're going to have a better understanding of how to seal it off.
All right, yeah. Even if it burns, I'll close my eyes. You know,
Okay.
use my mind's eye.
So we're going to go with a d6 of damage for this, as you are fighting against your instincts and you feel the flesh on your hand pulse
Sizzle.
and bubble. Yeah, sizzle. But you can make a mythos roll with 2 bonus dice. One for your connection and one for putting yourself into the extra danger.
1d6. That is 1 damage.
Not bad.
And then Mythos +1
+2.
+2.
Yeah, 2 bonus dice for this. So roll the d10 one more time.
Roll d10. Oh no. Is there any movement or anything?
Yeah, you can hear James has warned Birdie already, and now at this point these Karasiri aren't being stealthy anymore. You can hear them scrambling through the tunnel. The flies swarming out of their way, the rocks and the bits of skeleton crashing along the ground and getting crushed as they're making their way towards you.
Honor? I need you to get the other way. I'm gonna try something.
Yeah?
Okay, so I said the other two have one entrance in case someone tries to attack us, and Connor will take the other one.
Okay. Yeah, James, at this moment you're going to see De Mendoza pop around the corner.
I'm not hesitating. I'm taking the shot.
Go for it. He is rough. You can still see the bullet hole in his forehead from when Connor shot him, but he's moving regardless. Point blank range is correct, so go ahead and roll it.
On. We're just gonna. I'm just gonna go and spend 8.
Good job.
Got a 10.
Alright.
Ooh.
Yeah. Once more, right in the forehead, he collapses to the ground again, but you see his body twitching. You know, you realize at this moment, you can probably hold off against these things until you run out of bullets.
Alright.
Everybody else, echoing through the tunnels, you can't hear each other speak anymore. As these, as James unleashes bullets into De Mendoza's body here. Victor, what are you thinking, buddy? You got any ideas?
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. Let's do the damage one more time, and then you can make your roll. That's a little more like it. So now your hand, you feel your hand, it feels like it's boiling. You feel like you're never going to be able to move this hand again as you're holding it against the gold. You feel like you should just surrender. Like, why are you even fighting against this thing?
Because if I stop, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah, but like, that's dumb.
And yeah, as you
Spent 3 luck to make it a hard success, as
Sure.
you do.
excellent. So yeah, you feel
From hard to extreme.
you feel that seal go into place in the pyramid again. You feel your hand actually calms down. It stops burning. The damage in your hand is still there. When you look at your palm, the symbol is still there, but you don't feel any sort of connection to this god anymore. James, further up the tunnel, you actually see you see De Mendoza's body start to decay. And Connor, looking down the other way, you see a couple of Karasiri crawling really fast down the tunnel. And they collapse to the ground, and you hear them start to screech and jerk around on the ground, and then their bodies start to decay, and you see just, after a few moments, it's just dust. As though these have been corpses for a long time. The shaking under the pyramid stops. The earthquake is gone. You don't hear any more angry roaring.
Do we still feel any wiggling?
You do. The wiggling becomes extremely violent for a moment, and then ceases. And now you're just standing in a waist-deep puddle of rancid fat.
I figured that's what that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you still believe this isn't real, Hammer?
Victor, at this point, I don't know what I think is real.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm
but-
kind of hoping that I'm still drunk at that bar.
How about this? When we get back, we drink until we don't remember why we're even here.
Yes, that's a deal. Drinks are on me.
I might take that offer.
I'm gonna get out of the puddle.
And Birdie's going to suggest that maybe we should just leave the tunnels now. It's disgusting down here.
I agree.
Just gonna brush right by the little bit of remains of, or just dust remains of Mendoza's.
Mendoza, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Mendoza.
gonna brush him to the side.
Just move him, kind of just push him into like more of the wall and just kind of crawl away. At least I still have my the bandana or whatever across
I'm assuming
my face.
everybody's got that across their faces, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you always choose supplies.
As you're making your way out, though, Hammer suggests let's just take a look down that other pathway. See what else was down here.
Hey, you got a point. We got to make sure that the entire seal isn't broken, or there's no other weak points.
Just talking about the
Yeah, where you saw the bedding.
Okay.
So yeah, James, you'll get there first, and it's gold. Like behind the bedding, you see on those mats there is more dust that remains. Well, there's one pile of dust. Then there's the corpse of a young woman. But behind those beds is just a stack of gold. And I'm talking gold coins, gold cups, all sorts of golden artifacts. As you're looking through it, at a glance, you can tell that this is not from a single time period. This looks like it's been gathered over hundreds of years.
It's more a trove.
Alright. Well, I'll mention to everybody, at least this wasn't too much of a waste of time.
Hey, we still getting paid.
Take a look.
Is it just gold? Any paintings, books?
It's all
Gold. Okay.
I was gonna say, from what it sounded like, it was just all gold, yeah, like golden artifacts or kind of like that. Like, I'm taking, like, it said cups, so probably like one of those
Yeah, there's
gold chalices or whatever.
ancient artifacts ranging all the way back to pre-Incan. There are some worthless trinkets in here. There are also some watches, some coins, jewelry, but just a pile of treasure that you can probably, through logic, connect to that pile of dead bodies.
Yeah.
So dead people were cool.
Yeah. Hammer's gonna say, boy,
I'm grabbing some of the stuff that I can tell would probably be good for the museum,
okay.
and I'm just gonna hand it, just give it to them. At least that few bits that I think would be good for the museum. And
Is there anything else?
Hammer's
No
gonna
other
say,
hallways?
Sanchez would be proud of you.
probably also tell his assistant that
We're gonna have to come up with some sort of story, yeah.
he
I think.
didn't make it during the expedition.
I think our patron might have went crazy before we reached this point, and might have killed the professor. But this is. But we
Yeah.
should talk about this later.
Well, the best stories always do contain most of the truth in them.
So, are we able to collect all the? I don't want to use the word loot.
Well,
Spoils.
Spoils. That is a more.
so the truth is, if you choose to spend a lot of time and multiple expeditions up here, you can clean the place out. It's going to take a long time. There is a significant amount of gold here.
And I will do the thing, and I will say the thing that most likely Rye would suggest. If you find anything from this time that's easily traceable, we try to return it back to the loved ones.
Yeah, so when you find watches, you look for engravings on them and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, dates, things like that.
Great.
Yeah.
But if you want to just grab what you can and get out of here, somewhere between $2,000 to $5,000 per person is about what you can actually manage. So you can all like have rings on every finger. You can load yourselves down with necklaces, pocket watches in every pocket, coins all over the place, fill up chalices with treasure.
I feel like we don't need, with having lost 2 people. I think we could, use one of the mules for a pack animal for it.
Yeah, you can make multiple trips depending on how many times you want to make your ways down into these tunnels to get more gold, and then go take and pack it on the mule.
I'm probably gonna just grab maybe as much as I can at the moment, and the rest is going all to the museum if I grab any.
Yeah, Hammer's pretty much saying, look, I'm loading my pockets down and leaving, and I don't want to come down here again. Like, this is enough for me. I'm greedy, but I'm not that greedy.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be coming back here as well.
Listen, I've already bled for this. I'm gonna try to fill up one of the pack animals. I won't lie.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try to cash out as much as we can. We were here to make money, most of us.
Oh. Okay.
You're a little quiet.
Me?
Andrew, I couldn't hear for a second.
When you do eventually, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do eventually make your way back up to the surface, you find not far away on the ground near the pyramid, you find Larkin. And he looks like he's in bad shape. It doesn't look like he's going to last much longer. But he's just kind of lying on the ground, holding his heart and breathing heavily. And he looks up as you're approaching.
I think probably one more time I would like to do a medical and just see what it is that would be mainly happening. I'm kind of guessing if he's holding his heart or like where his heart would be.
Yeah.
Probably more of a heart attack or something along those lines.
Go ahead and make your roll. I mean, it's the logical conclusion. What exactly is going on? What exactly is drawing his body to the end? You'll probably never know for sure, but his body's giving out on him.
Do we all see this?
Yeah, it's when you make your way up to the surface, you see him there.
I'm gonna kneel down. I have one question I need answered. How did you get all those marks on you?
I don't know. I've enjoyed alcohol my whole life. And I don't know. There have been times that I've blacked out. But one time when it was when I still lived in Africa. When I came to, I had this tattoo on my chest. I have no memory of getting it. And since then, the blackout periods have been getting worse. I don't know.
Do you have anything left you want to tell the world?
I don't understand what happened here. I'm sorry. And his heart's going to give out on him.
I'm gonna look up. I don't think anyone has a right to understand anything what is here. Everyone in agreement on that, right?
Yeah.
James is gonna stay silent, but he's gonna grab one of the gold coins that he has, and he's just gonna place it. Take 2 of them. And close, if they're not closed already, the eyes, and he's just gonna place the 2 coins on them.
We also probably won't be spending this gold for a hot minute. We don't want people to come back here trying to find out what we found.
I am coming back with a welder, though.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna pack a mule. We're gonna pack a mule. I don't have a lot back home.
Yeah, we're poor enough to risk losing our minds.
Okay, so with James taking the role of the sensible elder, helping the man pass into his eternal reward, and the other 2 of you getting a little bit mercenary here, I feel like we're drawing this adventure to a close. Next time we play, we'll do a little bit of wrap up on here. We'll start off with we'll roll your skills out, find out what gets increased. We'll talk about what you do over the next few years. We can do that a bit offline, discuss with each other what your plans are.
Yeah.
And then we'll do just the very beginning of the New York chapter.
Sounds great with me.
Alright.
Thanks for playing, everybody. That was we made it through the first chapter of 7.
Are we still rolling?
We are
Instead of
rolling.
7?
First of 7, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while.
And this is the short one.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, this is
I
gonna be a.
predicted that this game was gonna go on for about 2 years.
Alright.
So.
And I've
I
got
I remember you talking about that this was going to be the first of like many chapters, but I didn't know how many it was.
It's a big globe-trotting campaign. If you don't feel like Indiana Jones by the end of it, I haven't done a good job.
Don't mind me. I was prepping the oven.
Honestly, what's more Indiana Jones than trying to look cool and then failing in the weirdest way possible?
Yeah. And that's still succeeding. Like, you screw up what
Yeah.
you tried to do, but it still works out at the end.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing through all of this. I'm going to close the stream now, but does anybody have something you want to say before then?
I hope everybody enjoyed watching, and we love to see more from you guys next week.
Yeah.
Or from them or us.
Yes, them, because every week people give me feedback.
Oh, that's
Oh.
excellent. You should pass the
Right?
feedback on to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So far, the feedback is more just,
What the fuck is Travis doing?
yeah.
That's also a fair question. Oh, and if people are
is.
watching, I'm going to be re-uploading all of these videos with the lengthy intros cut out, and we'll be naming the episodes. So if you have ideas for what they should be named, go ahead. Just suggest them. So with that, I'm going to say good night, and I hope you all have a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.